Today's lesson has to do with long division. We're going to go ahead and divide these two polynomials. What you notice is you have 12x cubed minus x squared minus 6x plus 9 divided by 4x minus 3. What you have to do is you have to focus your attention on the 4x, and you have to ask yourself, what do you multiply 4x to get 12x cubed? And you notice that it's going to have to be 3x squared. So 3 times 4 gives you 12, and that's going to be 12x cubed. And 3x squared times negative 3 gives you negative 9x squared. Draw your line here. I would do parentheses and then you subtract. What you always have to realize that 12x cubed minus 12x cubed will always cancel. So you have negative x squared minus a negative 9x. That becomes positive. So it's actually 8x squared. You bring down the negative 6x. And then you multiply, what do you multiply 4x to get 8x squared? In this case, it's going to be 2x. 2 times 4 gives you 8. X times x gives you x squared. And then 2x times negative 3 gives you negative 6x. You're going to go ahead and subtract. So you have 8x squared minus 8x squared. Negative 6x minus negative 6, that's going to cancel. So you bring down the 9. And that 9 is your remainder. So it's going to be plus 9 over 4x minus 3. So we're going to go ahead and be dividing these polynomials. So we have 5x squared minus 25x plus 28, and we're dividing this by x minus 4. So we're dividing these polynomials again, so we're going to focus our attention on x. X times what value will give you 5x squared? So we notice that if we have 5x up here, we have 5x times x gives you 5x squared. So you're going to have to multiply now. 5x times negative 4 gives you negative 20x. What you're going to do now, the next step is to subtract these expressions. So you have 5x squared minus 5x squared, that is 0. Negative 25x minus a negative 20, that's a positive 20. So it's negative 5x plus 28. Now you need to ask yourself, what do you multiply x to get negative 5x? So it's going to be minus 5. So 5 times x, or negative 5 times x gives you negative 5x. Negative 5 times negative 4 gives you plus 20. Once again, it's the same process, the same steps. You subtract. These two are gone. 28 minus 20 gives you 8. So that is your remainder. So your remainder is added here to the answer. So you have 8 over x minus 4. So your answer is A. Once again, we're dividing these polynomials, and we have 5x squared minus 7x plus 10, and we're dividing by 5x minus 2. And you ask yourself, when we're dividing 5x squared minus 7x plus 10 divided by 5x minus 2, what do you multiply 5x to get 5x squared? We notice that it's going to be 5 times 1 gives you 5, and x times x gives you x squared, so you're going to write x right here on top of this variable. So we have x times 5x gives you 5 x squared. X times negative 2 gives you negative 2x. So we're going to subtract 5x squared minus 5x squared. That cancels, or that becomes 0. Negative 7x minus negative 2x, that's a positive 2x. So negative 7x plus 2x gives you negative 5x plus 10. And then you ask yourself, what do you multiply 5 to get negative 5x? So it's going to be negative 1. So negative 1 times 5x gives you negative 5x. And negative 1 times negative 2 gives you positive 2. You're going to subtract negative 5x minus a negative 5x. That becomes 0, just as this one became 0. That's how you know you're doing this process correctly. 10 minus 2 gives you 8. That is a remainder. So you have x minus 1 plus 8 over 5x minus 2.